My name is Andre Blake, captain and goalkeeper for the Reggae Boyz, and also goalkeeper for the Philadelphia Union. For more, make sure you check out Ryan LFC.
Thank you very much, Anjay Blake, to come and share his story with Ryan LFC. I appreciate it, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
How is the family doing?
Everybody's good, giving thanks.
So, how you cope with the corona at this moment in Philly?
Um, tough for everyone, but thankfully I'm not one of those persons who have lost my job or lost any families. Challenging times. I'm pretty sure nobody has ever even thought about something like this happening, but it just goes to show that we're not in control and life is full of surprises, and you just have to enjoy every moment and to just be a good person and show appreciation to who deserves it.
Thank you, my brother. But guys, before we get into the video, make sure you go and check out Cards Plug. Use the coupon code Ryan LFC to get 10% off your orders. A perfect gift for your loved one. You can also get Anjay Blake on it, personal FIFA card, and get the Jamaican logo on it. But let's jump into the question, Mr. Blake.
Hmm.
Tell us a little bit about your childhood life growing up.
Um, yeah, growing up, I was born and raised in Canaanite, a little ghetto community in Clarendon, just outside of Maypen. A love of a football from younger growing up. You know, go to the football pitch 3, 4, 5, 6 times to the day. Midday, burning hot sun. Me and my two cousins playing full field, two against one. But I'm always the one, because I like a challenge. So I always try to. If there's gonna be uneven numbers, I want to be on the team with that's at the disadvantage, because I want to challenge myself. I want to be able to have to solve problems and to figure it out and to have to work twice as hard, to really accomplish something. But yeah, that was it for me growing up, and as I said before, love football where remember getting a proper whipping because my mom told me not to leave, and I didn't listen. I went to go play football. I got kicked in the eye. I thought I was blind for sure. And yeah, I came home crying and that didn't change anything. I got a fine whipping on top of that crying, but today I can sit here and say it was worth it. So yeah, that's good.
Well, both of us get whipping to play football. I play at Boys Town, so sometimes I thief away. Sometimes
Hmm.
I bring clothes in my bag, change my clothes, and
Yeah,
then play soccer at
go
Boys
and play
Town. And
ball.
when
Yeah,
it touch 6 o'clock and ready to go home, listen, Mama have the oars waiting for us to come inside to
waiting.
whip us.
Yeah, crazy, crazy times, huh?
But tell us about some of the school you go to from primary coming up.
So I went to Mapen Primary, and then I went to Glenmere High School for first form, and then I did second, fourth, fifth, second, third, fourth, fifth at Clarendon College, and then I went back to Glenmere for sixth form, and then I
Mr.
migrated for college.
Mr. Blake, that's a big rival in Clarendon College and Glenmore. Jackie Walters, that's a big rival. Oh, you managed to do that, to play for
I
two
mean,
rival club in Clarendon.
yeah, I mean, I was called a traitor a few times, but in a joking way. But yeah, I was at Glenmere, and I got convinced, to leave, but a part of me had a love for Clarendon College, maybe because my bigger brother used to go there, but so I think I was pretty much 50-50, where a part of me loved Glenmuir, then another part of me loved Clarendon College. So I think it's only fair I kind of share the love. So yeah.
So you win nothing at primary school. When you play in primary school, was goalkeeper was a position or you play out, or is that a position from ever since you start to play?
So in primary school, I was back and forth. I remember I was the leading goal scorer for my team at one point in primary school. So I would score and then I would go in the goal and then nobody could score, and that's how we would pretty much win all our games. But never won the league because we would always run into some some pretty tough schools like Race Course and some of those schools that, yeah. But I was back and forth in primary school between goalkeeping and playing out midfield or striker. Even up to high school, I won under 15 playing on the field for Clarendon College. And I even have a few Dakar Stuck Up goals under my belt as well. So I
Wow.
played all the way up to Dakar Stuck Up on the field. Yeah. Yeah, I have maybe 4 or 5 Dakar Stuck Up goals.
Oh, people, this is
Yeah.
what I'm telling you, viewers. This is the reason why I love to do this type of story, because many people don't know Andre Blake from primary school coming up. The story is real. So this is the first time I'm hearing this, and you are one of my favorite goalkeeper of all time. Just a little bit personal bias. Just let that clear early, viewers. You know what I mean? But you score 4 goals, you have 5 goals in Dakar Stack Up. You play a wing,
Yeah.
center forward.
So I like playing like the number 10, so like right behind the strikers or on the wing. But to be honest, I you put me anywhere on the field I can play. I play the six. I can play center back because for me, if you know the game, you know the game. So I see myself as a utility player where I kind of have the knowledge to all the positions, so I can like quickly adjust. So yeah. But in college, I was playing more like a roaming striker because I'm not the post up striker. I don't want to have defenders. You know, challenging with defenders. No, that's not my thing. I want to be able to take the ball and face you and run at you. So yeah.
So what point in your career you take the goalkeeper serious? Like which one of the school may take it more serious where this is my position I'm going to play forever now.
So when I was at Clarendon College, um, there was a coach, Mr. Robinson. He saw the potential and saw that I actually, you know what I'm doing on the pitch. So when I was at Clarendon College, he was the one who was coaching the under 15 team that as I won the under 15 championship with, and and then he was the one who played me outfield at the Dakar Stack Up level. But at that point, people also knew that I was a very good goalkeeper. So sometimes people would say, "Put the youth in the goal, put the youth in the goal." But I used to really enjoy playing out on the field, where I could just run around and let loose and play freely. When you're playing goalkeeper, you if it's not a busy night for you, half the time you're just standing there, and you have to be really mentally tuned in, and at any minute you can ask to make a decision, a split second decision, which if you're off, it's a goal. But it's so hard because you're standing there for 15 minutes not doing anything, and then boom, you're called upon to make a split second decision, and you have to make that right decision. Whilst when I'm playing on the field, everything is instinctive because I'm running around. Even if I'm not touching the ball, I'm running, tackling, or doing something. But so you're kind of staying in the game. So I used to love doing that. And Coach Robinson saw the potential, and he would always put me on the field. But then when I transferred back to Glenmuir for Jackie Walters, it was a no-no. It was a no-no. I think they they had the fear of me getting hurt playing on the field and knowing that, I'm more known for a goalkeeper. So they didn't want to take the risk, or he didn't want to take the risk of playing me on the pitch and then me getting hurt, because at that point I was also in the national setup. I remember I was at under 20. Coach Duki, Donovan Duki was the coach, and camp camp broke and I went home. I was going Clarendon College at that time. And I went back and I was playing on the field, and then I had a groin strain. So when I came back to camp, I couldn't train, and then he found out that I strained my groin playing out on the field, and he went crazy on me, and he literally said, "Listen," he was angry, and he said, "I'm going to put you outfield, and if you can't make the team, I'm going to send you home."
Yeah,
It didn't, but and that was kind of my last days of really playing out competitively.
yeah,
After that, I transferred to Glenmere, and then from there on, it was just strictly in the goal. But when I go home in the off season, I put the gloves away. It's time to give my fingers a break, and it's back to being on the pitch.
yeah. I play against Glenmore a few times. I close to um be a player for Glenmore back in 2009. Coach Aliman
Mhm.
and Jackie Walters is a very good friend, and Jackie
Yeah, I
Walters
know that.
scout me at
Mhm.
under 17 level. We were playing at Barbican at the time when Aliman and Jackie Walters was the national coach back for the under 15, and Jackie
Mhm.
Walters said, "Listen, I need to bring it to Clarendon College 2000, no, to Glenmore 2009." And Aliman
Mhm.
said, "No, Jackie, I want this one. I do have a
Yeah.
goalkeeper. I will need him at Excelsior." And Jackie said, "Listen, take him." You understand? And at the
Mhm.
time, British was there too, but they are both of them are the national coach, and Aliman said to me, "So listen, if you go to St. George's College, you will not play for the under 17, under 15 team at the time." So I end up go to Excelsior, and I never regretted playing for Excelsior. But before I
Mhm.
get into more into the interview, Blake, you're the second person to give me a goalkeeper gloves. When you were playing for Sporting Central, I was a ball boy at Boys Town. Them time they have Jevan Watson. And
Yeah.
listen, you are my favorite goalkeeper. That's one of the personal reasons you give me a gloves. When
Mhm.
Sporting come, and them time they have the guy that own Sporting Central, that brown guy who own the party place
Brandon
before,
Murray.
Brandon Murray. You
Mhm.
understand? Sad to see that
He passed.
person drop
Yeah.
out and stuff. But
Mhm.
you guys have a very good team. But we will get into that. But big up for that gloves, Mr.
Yeah,
Blake.
man. Listen.
Virgin. You know what I mean? But at Glenmore, you win the Dakar Stack, the Ben Francis Cup. Talk about that a little bit. I think that's your second success as a player.
Yeah, major success. Yeah. So I went back to Glenmere for six. That year I played with like Ricardo Webb, Paul Wilson, that's Kiki, Nico Jackson, and those guys. And yeah, we had a very good team. Unfortunately, we lost out. I think in the quarterfinal round. But yeah, I won the Ben Francis that year. I was a standout, and I think we beat Monroe 3-0 up by state in the Ben Francis finals.
Yeah. But I play on you guys feel is a very nice feel down the hill when they coming from enter to the school and at the back, they pitch at the back
Hmm.
and stuff. Brilliant. You guys have some and always a lot of fruits in the school here. I wish the school in town have that.
The country life.
Yeah, definitely. I would call Clarendon country, but most people once you come out,
Yeah,
once you're not in Kingston, they call it country. That
everywhere
kind
is
of
country.
ridiculous
Yeah,
to me.
it is what it is. But yeah, cause where I'm from, definitely not country. But if you're from town, if anything out of town and Portmore is full country for them. So it is what it is. of time to really argue that.
So, Mr. Blake, when I leave Glenmore, you go upper six, you go lower six, and then you go upper six. When schoolboy football over, what's the next step in your further in your career?
So I did lower six, but I didn't do upper six. I spent a few years playing in the Premier League because, for me, my ultimate goal from I was younger is, football. I want to be a professional football player. Wanted that to be my way out, to change my life, to change my family life, and had that mindset that I was gonna stop at nothing. That's how determined I was, So I spent a few years. I played on the 17 and on the 21 for Harborview. Then I transferred to Sporting Central because it was too far for me traveling from all the way up in Clarendon College to go to Kingston. So it was tough. So I ended up transferring to Sporting Central, which was closer, and played for a few years because I really wanted to go pro, and it just wasn't happening, And then somebody came and said, "Listen, try college." And they said, "I guarantee you that if you go to college and you continue to do what you've been doing in high school, you're gonna get drafted into the MLS." And I just I guess it was destined because prior to that, I was like, no, I'm not going to college. I don't want to go to school. I want to play pro. And 2 years later, somebody came to me, and I had a completely different mindset. When they said it to me, it made perfect sense. And at the time, a couple colleges were looking for a goalkeeper. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot, and I went for it.
So, do you think when you were playing for Sporting Central at the time, do you think that helped you because you were playing against men's in the Premier League? Not many schoolboy players stand out in the local Premier League in Jamaica. It's a very difficult league. And at the time, Mr. Blake, when you were playing, Premier League was Premier League. Proper, you have Kevin Lame, you have Tuffy and this. I can tell you, Irving English, you come over Boystone a few times, and your sporting team always giving Boystone proper
Right.
problem.
Yeah. Mm.
Problem. I can remember a save where I make from Michael Campbell from outside the box. And seeing making these save, I say, guys, I've been seeing this from Andre Blake at a young age. Excellent with him feet, very good in the ear. Anyway, and many people call it a shot blocker, and I tell him, you don't know what's a shot blocker. But many people don't know a goalkeeper different from a shot blocker.
What's
And
up?
I love the interview. This is my second interview with goalkeeper because I am a goalkeeper and I know more
These
than
things,
anybody
yeah.
else. You
Hmm.
understand? So many people call it a shot blocker. But do you think you get a lot of experience by playing in the Premier League when you went off to college 2011? You leave Jamaica.
Yeah, for sure, because football, like any other career, is about, development, and if you're a standout in high school, you need to really challenge yourself and make that transition to the next step, and the only way to really get better, to stretch yourself, is to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and for me, when you're uncomfortable, you're learning, because now everything is not easy. You have to really be focused. You have to really be tuned in. So playing in the Premier League was definitely a challenge for me, but I knew I had the talent. But the talent alone is not enough. So making that step for me was big, and it definitely helped. To put me where I am today, because as I said before, that was a very important piece of the puzzle, and that was also a stepping stone to really get me to where I needed to be. So coming out schoolboy football and then going to play big man football now was a different challenge for me, but one that definitely pushed me in the right direction, as you said. Playing Premier League back in those times, you had all the firepower, and But it was good, to be able to match up with those guys and to really hold my own. It was good.
Yeah. We spent 3 years in college, 2011, from 2011 to 2014. Talk us about that journey and how you feel when you leave Jamaica, going a place that very cool and stuff. How you adjust. Sometimes you miss your family.
Yeah, I mean, for me at that point, I've probably been out of the country a couple of times, but what really carried me through all this was my mindset. You ever hear when somebody say, "Me make up my mind." When you make up your mind, it's a powerful thing. That's why sometimes they say, you can do anything you put your mind to. Like, it don't mean say if I put my mind to flying, I'm gonna be able to fly, but it just shows that when you make up your mind, you can really, when you make up your mind, you're determined and you are willing to stop at nothing, to really try to achieve what you want, and it comes with the focus, the determination, the commitment, and all of that. So I made up my mind that football was my way out, and if it meant that I had to swim, fly, whatever I had to do, I was willing to do it to reach my ultimate goal. So going to UConn was, people would probably think it was a ridiculous move because colleges in Florida wanted me, which is Florida, where it's like Jamaica. But I chose UConn, where on my official visit in November, I was wearing like 5 layers plus a puffy jacket, and I was still freezing. But again, I made up my mind that you know I want something and I'm going to go for it. So going there, it was lonely. I pack up and leave my family behind. Going into a new environment, it's cold, a new country, and I had to adjust and all of that. But again, my mindset was what really carried me. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you it was easy. There was many times that I wanted to go home. I wanted to just throw in the towel. But again, then I remember why I'm doing it, and that, the reason I started, and I wasn't going to go that far to really turn back. But it was challenging, but it was a great journey, and definitely, another important piece of the puzzle, because that really transitioned me to kind of give me an idea of what the MLS would be like. And it really prepared me, and it was a very important step. 2011, I was goalkeeper of the year, 2012, 2013. So all 3 years I won the goalkeeper of the year and all of that. So, and then I decided that I was ready to make the next step to go to the MLS.
Yeah, he win a lot of individual award, but your college not known for winning the major honor and stuff, but you wrapped up a lot of individual award, and not only that, you spent 3 seasons at college. Fantastic, one of the best player in your last year. So what next? What next happen after that? What next happen?
So after college, I wanted to leave after my second year. So after my second year, I'm like, all right, you know, I'm in college, but college is not where I really want to be. I want to go play pro. So I wanted to leave, and my coach told me that, listen, yeah, you have opportunities, that there are teams out there that want you, but he thinks that if I stay one more year, I'll dominate again, and then I'll be, instead of just going in like a normal person, I would go in like on top.
Superstar.
Yeah, like as a standout, and I was upset. I told him I wasn't coming back to his school because I wanted to leave, and I felt like, he kind of hindered me from leaving. So I was really upset, and I was home. I was reflecting, and I'm like, all right, and I picked up the phone and I gave him a call, and I'm like, all right, I'm coming back. and he made a promise to me that he was gonna do everything he can to help me to leave, and he was gonna make it clear at the end, at the beginning of the year, that this is my last season, and let all the MLS teams know that I'm ready to enter the draft, and I'm like, all right, and I went back to I went back to school for one more year, and then stand out again, you know, enter the draft. I was drafted number one, and here I am
First
today,
player, first
first
goalkeeper,
goalkeeper. Yeah,
first player in the Caribbean to draft number one in the history. That's a great accomplishment. How you feel? How was your phone at the time? Your phone were buzzing. What's some of the
yeah,
reaction?
yeah. Phone was blowing up for sure, and great moment, still one of the best moments of my life. Because I really did not see it coming. I knew there were talks that I was the best player at the draft, being the goalkeeper. But, at the time, Vancouver was the club that showed the most interest in me, and they had the number three pick. It was DC had the first pick. I think
No,
uh,
Philly.
no,
Uh,
DC had the first
DC have
pick.
the first pick and they give it to Philly thing,
Yeah,
to trade
yeah,
a player.
Philly trade up. Yeah, so I think DC had first, Vancouver had third, and Philly had second. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get drafted third. Which was still a big deal. Once you get drafted in the first round or the top 10, it's a big deal. So, I was talking to Vancouver the entire time, because when you're at the combine, you play, and then the coaches watch, and then the teams that are interested in you, they would actually do a little interview with you just to see how you are as a person and all of that. I had a brief talk with Philadelphia, like nothing too much. I had no idea. They were gonna take me, and then on draft day, they literally trade up to number one to get me. So it was a bit surprising, but I'm just happy now that I was able to come here and settle in, and really repay them, and show them that they did make the right decision.
Most definitely. And also, when you get the draft in 2014, right? You have to sit on the bench for 2 years before you get a start in the Philadelphia. How you feel at the time?
I'm
No, Philly, you were the first choice and first choice, big player coming to the draft and not playing for 2 years. How you feel about that sitting on the bench for so long?
Yeah, it was a tough, 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 tough moment in my career. I lost all my confidence. For 2 years I struggled. For 2 years I struggled. Go get Jaim, let Jaim give it to you. Tell Jaim to bring the keys. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
So for two
yeah,
years it
no
was
man,
a
that's
struggle. Yeah.
yeah.
For 2 years it was a struggle. I lost all my confidence, because I came in number one. And I'm like, yeah, this is it. But they had a young goalkeeper at the time, which was one of the other reasons why I'm like, all right, Philly was never going to draft me. But I guess for them, it was like, listen, if we can have two really good young goalkeepers, then why not? So it was tough. I did two knee surgeries in that span of time as well.
Yeah, in
And I hit
2015.
rock, yeah, I hit rock bottom. I hit rock bottom. And it was a tough, frustrating time for me. But during that time of waiting, I learned this philosophy: don't get bitter, get better. And that has stayed with me until this day. You know, 8 years later. Because in your times of waiting, sometimes you're waiting, and what you do when you wait is very important. And as they said, there's a season for everything. So when it's your waiting season, it's your season to prepare, not literally just sit down and wait. You know, get stronger. Get better. Work on this, work on that. It's a time to really reflect. and really get your things together, that when you get that opportunity, there's no looking back, because you already did your waiting, and while you were waiting, you did all your preparation. So, that was it for me. It was tough mentally and physically, and as a football player, when you lose your confidence, it's a nightmare, because now you question everything you do, you second think everything, and then you have a big problem. So for me, it was very tough, but I overcome. You know, I held on, and here I am now.
Yeah. But Mr. Blake, we want to go back a little bit because in 2014 you make your debut for the Reggae Boys. Yes, we know you are a part of the under 17, the under 20, but this is the official debut for the senior team, 2014 March. Talk us through that moment. Proud to put on that Reggae Boys jersey.
Yeah, big moment. I remember getting drafted, and I was in preseason with Philly, and my phone ring, and it was Roy Simpson, the manager, and I answer, and he's like, "I'm here with Coach Schaefer. He wants to talk to you." And I got on the phone with him, and he's like, "Hey, Andre Blake, how are you?" And I'm like, "I'm good." And he said, "I want you to be one of my goalkeepers. I want you to come. I like you. I like what I see, and I want you to come and play for the country." And I'm like, "Listen, you know, I'm ready. I'm very happy for this." So that was a big moment for me, and I went in, and I was able to win the starting spot, and make my debut. And that was also a roller coaster ride, but it was great for me, because everybody's dream in the country is to play for the national team. And I could remember when I was younger and going to the stadium and watching Donovan Ricketts and Leon Gordon and those guys, even Dwayne Miller and Dwayne Carr. I used to go and watch those guys.
Yeah.
So for
At the
me
time,
to
yeah, I think at the time Miller, Dwayne Miller is all playing the Premier League too. No, I think earlier in 2008, 2009. I can't
before he
remember.
went to no, we are Sweden, one of them, yeah.
Yeah. But in 2014, you win the Caribbean Cup for Jamaica. What that feel? To
Big,
actually win something for the
win
country.
something, win the Caribbean Cup, and win a trophy as a team, and not just an individual trophy. Because for me, I play a team sport. So while I love the individual accolades, I want team trophies. So to win the Caribbean Cup, and to be able to celebrate with a group of guys, coming together and all having the same goal and working towards that and achieving that, it's a great feeling, and I was very happy to be a part of that team. And it's something in history that, you can never take that away.
Yeah, massive, massive, man. Massive. And the Reggae Boys at this moment looking good, you know. Once the JFF give Theodore Whitmore everything he need, we have one of the best team at this moment. Third best team in CONCACAF. And I am super excited to see what I see coming couple weeks from now. We are going to play against Japan. We're going to play against Serbia, Japan under 23. It's a good
Hmm.
look, and I'm so happy. Normally, the Reggae Boys would have one game in the international friendly. Now we have three, and we always give the JFF a lot of stick, but we have to give them a lot of credit to get three game, prepare for the Gold Cup coming up, and the World Cup qualifier is very important. How you feel about the squad that call up, and how you feel overall and the team? Do you guys think you guys can do something great in the Gold Cup, win it, runners up 2 times? Do you guys think you can do something great in the World Cup qualifier?
We have the talent for sure. There's no doubt about that. The talent is there, and the mindset is there for the most part, but the talent alone can't do it. So we're gonna have to come together. We come together, build chemistry, which is gonna happen over time. You need time together to really build team chemistry. But we have the talent, no doubt. The potential is there, but we're gonna have to take up the responsibility now to really, decide that as a group, this is what we want, and to get that mindset that we're going to stop at nothing, and getting everybody motivated, everybody on the same page, everybody committed, dedicated, and willing to make the necessary sacrifice. And if we can get all of that, because I'm not worried about the talent, as I said before, if we can get the fight, the commitment, the dedication, the willingness, and the sacrifice to suffer together, there's big things that this team can do. But yeah, the hardest part is going to get everybody bought in and
Yeah,
want
and
this. We have to want this.
yeah, Coach Theodore Whitmore doing a fantastic job. We have a core player, we have a few English base player coming to the squad, and it looking really set up for the Reggae Boys to do well. We hear a lot of things that the American and the Mexican are going to bring the A team to the Gold Cup. Well, we have news for them. They take us lightly. They don't give us no credit for the last couple Gold Cup runners up. They still disrespect us. This time coming around with like player like Ravel Morris, player like Kemar Roof, if documents sort out. And when you look at the back, unit is very strong. You have Alvas Powell, you have a very good chemistry together. You have Cameron Taxi Lawrence, you have Damian Lowe. You know what I mean? And then this very good defender play for Reading, the captain, Leon Moore. He look like he will willing to dive in anything to stop a ball from going the goal. And that's what we want from the English-based player. Fight with some of the local player. And it's a good look, and we have to be happy at this moment.
Yeah, definitely. As I said before, the talent is there, and with the addition, I know the talent is there, and I know the fight is there from the born Jamaicans, because we 2017 Gold Cup, it was only homegrown players. And whilst we might not play the prettiest football, we know we had the fight. And when we go out there and say, listen, a war away I go, a war away I go. So, with the addition of these English based players now, once they come and adapt this fight and bring the quality that they have along with the fight, we can really be a force to reckon with.
Most definitely. I know time against you, you have the family and stuff, but I have a few more individual award I want to talk to you about. 2015, you get knee injury, you get the 2014, you get the Jamaican debut, win something, Gold Cup for Jamaica, that massive, lot of confidence. Talk us through the moment, 2016, goalkeeper of the year, a fantastic season for the Philadelphia Union. Talk us through that moment, 2016.
Yeah, big year. That's really when I started to turn heads in the MLS. That was my first full season. You know, goalkeeper of the year, MLS Best 11, and All Star team. Got to play against Arsenal. So it was a big moment for me. In my career, and I'm humble. I'm humble. I'm honored, and stuff like those just motivate me to continue to work hard and to make my country proud, make my teammates proud, and to motivate the youth that it can be done. It
Yes.
can be done.
So what about CONCACAF goalkeeper of the year? How you feel about that? You know what I mean? It's a very big award that for you. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean the answers are probably always going to be the same. Very happy. Very excited. But again, I'm just always hungry for more, and these kind of stuff just kind of keep me grounded. I'm always a student of the game. I always want to be a student of the game. confident but humble, and always know that football is about moments, and you have to just enjoy the moments, and just know that consistency is key, and the more you achieve, the more reasons you have to become complacent. But the minute you become complacent, and think that you're too big, the game can knock you on your face. So it's about, while grabbing these individual accolades, staying humble and staying grounded and staying hungry.
Most definitely. Talk to me about the foundation.
Yeah, work in progress. But, for me, it's very important to give back, and they said to whom much is given, much is expected. Something that I've always wanted to do. I finally got to register the business last year and to, kind of kick it off, but there's still some big things coming this year as it relates to the foundation. And again, for me, it's always about helping when you can, and giving back to the less fortunate since you're in a more fortunate situation.
Yeah. Your business, you open a restaurant named Kick Out. What was through that moment? First one in Clarendon.
Yeah, yeah. Something I'm very passionate about. Ever since I was younger, I've had this dream of operating a sports bar and lounge. Finally got to accomplish that. But it's something that I've always wanted to do, and ever since I've been putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. But every time I try to ignore it, the feeling would come back. And for me to finally get that going, I want to serve people, and I think sometimes in Jamaica customer service is not the best. Sometimes they say if you want to see a change, you have to be that change. It can start with you. So for me, it's a young business and it's work in progress. But for me, the aim is to have that little spot be one of the spot where people can go and have a nice meal and bring their family and catch a game or two and just have some nice clean fun.
Yeah. Who inspired the most? Locally goalkeeper or overseas goalkeeper? Which goalkeeper you learned the most from?
So when I was younger growing up, I admire Edwin van der Sar. He was just simple but effective. Get the job done, and I really admire that, and I didn't know him personally, but he seemed like a humble person, on and off the pitch. And locally, I look up to Warren Barrett. He captained the team to a World Cup, but I look up to Aaron Lawrence, I look up to Clive Wedderburn, that spider. I look up to Donovan Tarpey Ricketts. I had the chance to play back up to him, before he retired. So that was important. And I look up to Dwayne Miller. I look up to Dwayne Carr. That's just me. I try to look at all these goalkeepers and see what I can take and add to my game and to really put everything together and to make me a better person and a better goalkeeper.
What would you say to the fans? Why Andre Blake haven't been in Europe? He has outgrew the MLS. He has doing great thing in the MLS. Why is continue stay in the MLS? But 2017, Crystal Palace and Brighton were interested in you, but at the time they said Jamaica not in the top 50. Is that true?
Yes. So I had a real good chance of going to England. First it was Brighton, and didn't work out because I just couldn't secure the work permit. And then last minute, Crystal Palace came as a bigger club that played more in the Premier League, and they tried to pull it off, but it was still a very tough task, and it just unfortunately didn't work out.
So you feel, how you feel? You were feeling down, you were feel disappointed, you didn't get the move that you dreamed to play in the Premier League. You see Van der Sar, you see some great goalkeeper over the years playing in English Premier League, and it'll be your dream to play in the English Premier League.
My agents were probably more disappointed than I was, surprisingly. But I guess I'm a person of not a lot of emotion. But when you really look back at it and you realize that that was actually an opportunity that you miss, and that was what you dream about every day to play in the Premier League. But what kind of for me the thing was that it was out of my control, and it makes no sense. You cry over spilled milk. It was a tough situation, but that was my way of coping. Like, listen, you did what you could, you did everything you could to attract the interest, and it's just unfortunate that we weren't where we needed to be for me to secure that work permit. And it's life, it is what it is.
Most definitely. But my last question to you, what next for Andre Blake?
Ah, it's an interesting year ahead, so let's see what happens. I'm still a Philadelphia Union player, but my contract expires in December, so interesting times ahead, but as of right now, I'm still a Philadelphia Union player, and I'll continue to do my best and to stay focused on that, and to keep playing and keep impacting people's lives, and we'll see where life takes me.
Yeah. I want to ask you one question before we leave. This is the last one. I know you're busy. A lot of Jamaican men's. I married myself too very early. 3 years now I'm married and stuff. I'm proud of that. I have kids and wife and go to second on early. And a lot of Jamaican superstar. Why you married? You married in 2015, and people say a lot of Jamaican superstar they don't want to get married because they have a lot of money, they have a lot of girl flashy. But you kind of little bit different. 2015, talk us that through that moment. You married in 2015. You know, yeah, someone we know from high school and stuff.
Yeah, for me, everybody have their lifestyle. Everybody have their different lifestyles, and what they prefer. Some people like to be free, and and run around. Some people like to drink. Some people like to party. Some people like to go out to watch live performances. For me, I like a family. I'm a family person. I'm more laid back, and I just like to chill and have a good time. I'm a very secretive person. I don't believe that everything I do should be out in the media. So I'm a public figure, but I live a private life. And that's just me. You choose the life you love, and for me, it's more of the laid back, low key kind of life person. You just have your family, and go about your business and just live your regular life when you're not doing football.
Most definitely. You have two kids. None of your sons start to in academy or playing in the football as yet.
Because of the COVID, no, but the little one, he loves it. But every day they're in the backyard kicking around. So let's see where that goes. I hope they don't become goalkeepers though. No,
Why?
goalkeepers are crazy.
No, no, no,
No.
no. Actually, a lot of people don't know this, you know. Goalkeeper know to keep them woman, and trust me,
Ah,
when I was
of
playing
course.
back in school, bro, trust me, bro. The girl them love it, bro. I'm not going
We're
to lie, bro.
keepers, so we have to know how to keep everything, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So it's a good time for chat up with you. I remember one time when I was on the ball, a boy stone, he shoot me off of the ball. Then
Like,
the
yeah, well,
boy
I put
stone,
the ball too long.
Yeah, you
No much
easy
to do
that,
that win
Bridging.
and you try.
Yeah,
We are win and you try waste the time.
yeah, me a win. Why still
Yes,
a win,
Uncle Jen
Bridging,
can put
and
it on for you.
you shoot me down and
Mhm.
the people them say, ah, Mr. Blake, what that? We are that to the
Yeah.
youngster. But at the time I was just teasing you.
Hmm.
Make you come in for the ball and stuff, to
Yeah,
just kill a
yeah.
little bit of time.
Hmm.
But listen, your team, Sporting Central, one of the best field. I don't know how it is at this moment, but when I come and play under 21 at Sporting Central, one of the
Hmm.
best facility with the fish next
Yeah, the
door.
fish ponds, yeah, and all of that. Hmm.
Trust me, I mean, I remember this. I think our orange or tangerine tree up at
Yeah,
the goal.
orange,
Yeah,
orange,
yeah,
and then
orange.
there's a mango tree behind the bottom goal as well.
Yeah, yeah. And it's good, man. I'm a client always at Can Peace playing Kana League still.
Okay, okay. So you visit that
Yeah,
side regular.
yeah. Brian
Mm.
Richards. Brian
Mm.
Richards, one player
Mhm.
I know, yeah, mutual go Clarendon College to Brian Richards.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he always bring me a can piece go play Kana League and stuff. Try keep the vibes and the thing back in the community and stuff. So yeah.
Mm. Mm. Competence.
So
Okay.
your Bridging, it's a pleasure to talk to you, Bridging, and I really appreciate you come and share the moment. So viewers, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video and tell me your favorite moment of Andre Blake. Is it the Gold Cup 2015? Is it the Gold Cup 2017? Or is it Sporting Central days back in the Premier League in Jamaica? Or the Philadelphia at this moment? Fantastic goalkeeper,
Mm.
one of the best goalkeeper of all time. I respect a lot of goalkeeper. I respect Spider. You know, he was one of my coach at a young age, and I respect Sean Sayers, Kirk Porter. Enough respect. And big up to my friend Amal Knight. Very good
Mm.
goalkeeper too. So I can't left out the goalkeeper them. We don't get a lot of credit and we don't get a lot of
True.
respect and stuff. Big up to Donovan Ricketts. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Donovan Ricketts do something great in the MLS. And American always produce very good goalkeeper, and to see two standout goalkeeper come and make an impact in the MLS. Both of you guys have 4 golden gloves in between one another, goalkeeper of the year in between one another. So that's great. That's great. You know what I mean? And it's a pleasure to chat to them, my virgin. What do you have to say to the Reggae Boys fans before you took off?
Yeah, this is your boy, always representing, always doing everything I can to make you all proud, waving the black, green, and gold flag high, and humble, laid back, and just here to open doors for the youth coming up and to show them again that it's doable. It's not impossible, and you have to just try and try and try, and things take a little time, and just say the bigger your dream, the harder you have to work, bro.
Yes. And that's a great. And youngsters, stay in school. If you have to go to college, go to college, because
Go to college.
Angie,
It's not
he
the end
have
of the
him
world,
he have him degree and stuff too. So if football don't work out or him get an injury at this moment, he still can fall back upon the medication. So
Yeah.
youngsters, stay in school, do the right thing. I always go back to Excelsior and tell the youngster them, listen, all of these girls they come, just pay attention,
Yeah.
beat the book, get the grades, try to get a scholarship, more opportunity, America,
Yeah.
especially when you got college, you just go and work and don't follow company. And
Mm-hmm.
you make a good decision not to go to Florida because you probably get caught up at
Yep.
college,
Yeah.
a lot of friends and stuff.
Distracted.
You know,
Yeah.
friend
Distractions.
and
Yeah.
company thing stay. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the best moves you could make, my brother, too. Not too much Jamaican is always too much problem. I'm in Toronto here and my circle is very small. It's just YouTube
Yeah.
is my friend and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a pleasure for chatting with my virgin and appreciate it. Viewers, if you want to watch more Reggae Boys video, that's the playlist. I make over 100 odd video. Yes, I know I'm a Liverpool supporter and I'm a Liverpool channel, but that's the playlist. Click on it and you see everything what you need to know about the Reggae Boys. One more thing, which team you support? Arsenal or Man U?
I'm a United fan, Man United.
Man United fans,
Yeah,
listen.
from little boy.
Oli is sleeping, Virgin. Come and get on J plate, man. Trust me.
Yeah, you need to wake up.
You sleeping, Ali, man. What you doing, Ali? You wait. Listen, there. I don't know what's wrong with him, but every goalkeeper have them time, man. When they get in age, you get more experience and stuff, but he's not having him best season. And then Henderson, oh, I don't know. The Englishman him always a force right them player still. I don't know, man. But yeah, big up to Alisson Becker, the best goalkeeper in England right now. Or Edison.
I like them both, they have their strengths, but for me with the ball at his feet, Edison, nobody's close to that guy, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
And
He's a warrior too, man.
yeah, yeah, and he's so calm. And then Allison is a great, goalkeeper at making saves. So two very good goalkeepers for me. If
Oh,
and I would take one over the other depending on the team that I'm building.
wow. And it's so funny. Both of them play for the Brazil national
Brazil,
team, and
yeah,
one cannot get in.
that
So a
shows you something.
lot of talent that wasting.
Exactly.
And
Maybe they
you
can
know,
play Edison on the field.
yeah, I know the funniest thing to Anje, so Alison Becker having playing a lot of senior professional football. Alice
Hmm.
just break through at AS Roma when the 2017. That's in
Wow.
full season. That's in full season as
Perfect.
a professional
Wow.
goalkeeper because they
Wow.
bought him in January 2016 and he was a backup goalkeeper to Chesney. So him
Oh.
leave Las Palmas, so one of them team from in Brazil, he were keeping for.
Mhm.
And him father was a goalkeeper, him brother is a goalkeeper, so him mother
Oh.
is a goalkeeper, so it running
Well,
in blood.
family.
Yeah, so when him leave, him brother take up him spot in Brazil. So him leave and
Oh.
go AS Roma and he just have this breakout season in 2017 and Liverpool. At the time,
Grab
Roma
him.
was saying, listen, 100 million. And Liverpool, I said, no,
Wow.
no, pay that. And Liverpool pay 65 million pounds. He's one of the most expensive goalkeeper. I think he is the second expensive, most expensive goalkeeper. I think Capo is the most expensive goalkeeper in the world at this moment.
Hmm.
And yeah, you were 3 million pounds, you know that. I was looking on the transfer map and them say we're 3 million pounds.
Hmm.
Yeah, but listen, Man United, you guys are sleeping, man. You have the best goalkeeper in MLS on your play.
They're
Best
missing
goalkeeper in
out.
the Conca Cup.
They're missing out.
Yeah. Yeah, but respect to Navas still, but no hard feeling Navas. Andre Blake are the best goalkeeper in the Conca Cup at this moment. You was, but new man in town around the ship, Big man thing. It's just a facts and it's
Respect,
just
bro.
the truth. You're just playing at the highest level in Paris Saint-Germain. You have good player in front of you. This man
Yeah.
has been facing 20 shots every game. You see that game against in the champions, actually I want you guys to win that because if you guys win that competition, you guys going to be the first MLS team to be in the world in the FIFA Club World Cup. If you guys win it, Mexico team always been in it. If you guys
Yeah.
win it, you guys in the semifinal now. I hope you guys go and make it, and probably you're going to play against Manchester United or Manchester City. Who
I think
knows
it's
in
Man
Dubai?
City or Chelsea, I think it's the winner of the
Yeah, yeah,
Champions
yeah,
League.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. So another exposure for you that to make 2015 saving. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, bro. It's a pleasure, man. I always want the goalkeeper them to do well. And big up to Aman Night. I know you're going to watch this. I hope you get something quick and fast and get back on your foot, my brother. And
Yeah.
enough love, man. Amal
All
do
right.
some great thing in Manning Cup now where a lot of goalkeeper never
Mm-hmm.
do in the schoolboy football. The best
Mm-hmm.
schoolboy player, and he do well at the time when Amal were playing Manning Cup. I were playing Manning Cup at the time. He were playing for
Mm-hmm.
Wolmers and I was playing for Excelsior. And, him do well. you know.
Mhm.
So hopefully him can get something. I know you're a close friend of him, so
Mhm.
hopefully something can happen down the line. But I'm not going to keep up your time anymore, my brother. It's a pleasure to talk to you and
Yeah, man. Bless up.
appreciate it, Virgin. Appreciate it. So stay forward, don't move. Viewers, make sure. Until next time, from your boy Ryan LFC, I like to say peace out. Thanks for watching.